Is Britney really in control? Here's the tea. Welcome back, my fellow inquisitors. My name is Amanda and I will be your guest host here on InformOverload today. Britney is a little bit of an enigma. We all know that. We all love that about her, I think, in a way. Framing Britney Spears, the Hulu Netflix documentary, opened up a lot of questions about what was really going on behind the scenes for Britney. After finally telling us how she felt, her conservatorship finally did end on November 12th of 2021. But is Britney really free? Number 10. Weird Instagram posts. Even after the conservatorship formally ended, some were still suspicious in regards to what was really happening with Britney. I mean, she can't even post herself dancing on Instagram without people overanalyzing said post to the moon and back. Case in point, when in December of 2021, Britney posted a video to Instagram of her dancing. Now, while some just saw this as Britney sharing her love of her body and her love of dance with her fans, others believed it was a sign that she was not yet actually free, citing that it was not normal and this was not the B that they knew. All she really posted was a video of her twirling around and smiling at the camera, and in the caption she shared that she took this video a few days before, but she had been sick and so she was finally sharing it today with everyone. She also shared in her caption that she has been dancing a ton, up to 3 hours a day, and doing Zumba classes as well, which I think some are wondering, like, is that Britney choosing to do that or what's really happening? And friends, before we move on to our next spot, if you love what we do here at InformOverload, if you love hearing about all the tea with us, sharing on all the goss, be sure to let us know by giving this video a thumbs up. Number 9. Her security team. Someone who claimed to have served Britney and her son at a restaurant noted that there was some weirdness when they did. She was there with her 2 security guards and her son, although we don't actually know the date of when this experience happened. We do know that the TikTok was posted on January 7th, I believe, of 2022. Ulysses, on his TikTok, Yuli and Ernesto, shared an interaction he had with Britney and her son while waiting on them, which honestly seemed quite harmless and even kinda sweet, to be honest. And yet he stated that serving her while wedged in between her 2 security guards was pretty nerve-wracking, as he felt that they were closely watching his every move, and if he jotted down her order too quickly, for example, he would just be taken out by them. Of course, security teams can be intense, and this may have been, just that. Also, I feel like it'd be weird to serve someone when they have security right by them. It's already can be a weird experience. We also don't know when this happened, but it also might be a cause for concern for fans who are worried that people around Britney are still not truly working exclusively for her, but are monitoring her for those who are secretly still in control of her life. If this did happen, after the fact. Although I feel like this probably happened before because she was with her sons, but who knows. Number 8. No new albums. Although Britney claims this is her way of basically saying F you to all those who used and mistreated her over the years throughout her time working in the music industry, some may still see this as a sign that she's actually not fully in control, especially as, although she said, I'm not going to do new music, she did also do a track with Elton John, Hold Me Closer, so what is that about? People might think that there are those keeping her from making her own new music because they're worried about what she will say through her art and what she might expose. However, Spears herself was the one who claimed she's decided to stay out of the music industry for now because she's actually scared of returning to it. Britney shared that she is scared of people and the business, going on to say, they really hurt me. Is this empowerment or is someone else behind the scenes trying to keep her quiet? Honestly, I could see not wanting to work in an industry that has basically been used to exploit and imprison me, but we have also always known Britney as someone who has claimed to love performing and who seemingly loves to sing and dance. So that's the contradiction between the 2 sides, I suppose. I feel like as an actor, I would always want to act, but also if acting was used to sort of control me, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Number 7. Deposing Dr. James Edward Spar. Conservatorship attorney Lisa McCarley recently filed an amicus brief against Dr. James Edward Spar. Spar, McCarley claims, is one of the people who should be first examined and deposed in the case of the aftermath regarding Britney's conservatorship, as it was Spar's report that actually made it possible for the conservatorship to have happened in the first place, his medical report. This filing came in response to the fact that Britney was heading back to court against her father in late July of 2022. This goes to show that the battle to secure Britney's freedom and peace of mind in regards to her conservatorship and holding those accountable for their mistreatment of her is not really yet over. In fact, that part might just kind of still even be beginning. In Dr. James Edward Spar's 2008 medical report, he claimed that Britney had dementia and was also the one to suggest that Britney Spears should not be able to hire her own lawyer. While Lisa McCarley is not directly linked to Britney's case, as she's not part of anyone's legal team in regards to that, she was able to file the amicus brief brief, she did so out of the concern that Jamie Spears might try to actually have Britney deposed as a result of how things played out. Number 6. No investigation into financials. TriStar Sports and Entertainment and Robin Greenwell, one of their employees and one of the main conspirators, it would seem, in Britney Spears' conservatorship, were initially under risk of being subpoenaed and deposed, with their finances being looked into in regards to the managing of Britney and her conservatorship. However, earlier this year, Mathew Rosengart seemingly had a change of heart, deciding not only to remove these requests and take it easy on them, but also get rid of the financial hearing altogether, making some question who he is really working for, and if Britney is truly free at all, or if she and her lawyer are still basically under the influence of those who have been controlling and manipulating her for years. The hearing was set to happen on January 19th, but ended up being dismissed as a result of a deal Rosengart made with TriStar and Greenhill, which yeah, that seems super weird. Why did that happen? Number 5. Mathew Rosengart's track record. Mathew Rosengart is Britney's lawyer, and although she seems pretty happy to have him, at least publicly, some worry about where his allegiances really lie, especially after he moved to dismiss the financial hearing that was supposed to happen earlier this year. Rosengart initially seemed to be coming for those who had manipulated Britney over the years, who she made clear she felt deserved to be in jail during her statement to the court. Despite initially filing to have members of her team who worked with the conservatorship subpoenaed and deposed, Mathew Rosengart later seemed to back down from this stance, and it seems that he has a record of kind of working similarly with other high-profile celebrity clients, trying to work more with both sides than really coming for anyone in terms of resolving cases. Fans have been disappointed by this change, where initially it seemed as though Rosengart was condemning those who mistreated Britney and was helping to fight for justice, but now it just seems like he's kind of rolling over and bowing down to those who were responsible for holding her captive for basically 13 years of her life. Without anything getting concluded either, this could mean that accounts are basically left open, implying less financial control for Britney, which she blatantly stated was something she actively wanted to have more of. Number 4. Scandalous Instagram posts. Oh boy, always with the Instagram posts with Britney, we get some pretty crazy stuff that it's like, what does this mean? Does it mean anything? I don't know. Britney's Instagram has indeed been a wild ride through the years, from people trying to analyze cryptic messages and seeing them as everything from straight up just like a woman being happy and this means nothing, to coded cries for help. We've really seen it all when it comes to Britney's Instagram, although understanding what's really going on when it comes to why Britney posts what she's post, or even if she's in control of it, has been pretty challenging. Some posts that came earlier this year made some fans concerned though, in regards to if Britney was really the one in control of posting them or not, which also might be why Britney is not on Instagram, because maybe she's tired of that, or maybe she was never in control, who knows. At the time, Britney had a social media company, CrowdSurf, running her Instagram, with many believing that Cassie was the one behind many seemingly controversial posts, who's supposed to be, I guess, posting for her. These ones involved Britney showing off her body, a little more scandalous than her usual fare, perhaps. Some might just see this as body positivity and empowerment on Britney's end, who, you know, she's always been like known as sort of a sexy figure, with her expressing herself and just being proud of how she looks, deciding to share it with the world. However, the posts also hit Instagram the same day that her lawyer, Mathew Rosengart, made a deal with TriStar to dismiss the financial hearing, which does seem kinda sus, like it's some sort of weird strategy thing. Fans worry if Britney is really in control of her own social media, and if perhaps someone might still be behind the scenes controlling her and controlling what she posts, which is especially concerning in regards to images that are a little bit more revealing on her social media, be they physically revealing or emotionally revealing. It's a little weird. These posts, however, are currently not viewable at the time of this recording because Britney's Instagram right now is not active, so. Number 3. Praising Jamie Lynn Spears. Some have really called into question who is behind Britney's Instagram posts after she expressed love to her baby sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, despite their feud coming to a head in recent years. Britney has called out Jamie in the past for not being there for her during her conservatorship and for not fighting for Britney's rights to live her own life, which admittedly, if my little sister left me to drown like that and I was stuck in a conservatorship I didn't want, I'd also probably feel pretty hurt and betrayed too. Jamie Lynn, however, maintained afterwards in an interview that she was actually confused by Britney's claims about her, maintaining she's always been there for her sister and she's always loved and supported her. So, needless to say, Britney showing love for her sister in an Instagram post on her own birthday, not even on Jamie's birthday, is pretty odd to say the least. Sisters can be complicated though. Siblings, it's a whole thing. Number 2, deactivated her Instagram account. Yikes! So this one actually happened after Sam Asghari, Britney's husband, jumped on Instagram Live and asked Britney if she wanted to join him on the live. He was basically just him, and then she was there and he was like, hey, do you want to like get in on this? If he was allowed to basically show that she was there with him. Although we don't see Britney, we can hear her in the background off to the side saying that she actually doesn't need to jump in on the live because she is always live, which Sam then reiterates and Britney confirms she's always live. Later, Sam asks her if she wants to jump in again, and she responds by saying, I don't want to jump in, I have nothing to say, I don't want to talk to them right now. Which some might see as Britney avoiding her fans and not showing herself simply because she didn't feel like it, but others might see it as some kind of like coded message for help again, with Britney perhaps being prevented from joining the live by external forces who may still be exerting their control over her life, or perhaps even by like Sam controlling her, although I don't think that's what's happening. Shortly after, Britney deactivated her Instagram account. Number 1, deactivated her Instagram account again. Once again, Britney has recently deactivated her Instagram account. So it was deactivated before, she came back, it was deactivated again. It's been deactivated quite a few times in the last little while. I think in like the last 3 to 6 months she's deactivated it multiple times. This one comes after not just the live debacle with Sam, but also after she chose to show love to both her sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, and her 2 sons, who she currently seems to be estranged from, that she shares with ex-husband Kevin Federline, Jaden James, and Sean Preston. We don't know yet what is going on or if she will be back, but considering that Britney has always seemed to see her Instagram as an outlet, as a place where she can be silly and happy freely, a place to express herself, some see this as a possible sign that someone is controlling or manipulating her from behind the scenes. Or you could look at it another way, that she's not in control, so she's deactivated it to try to take some kind of control. Spears still hasn't shared why she chose to deactivate her Instagram this time around, if it even was her, but her husband has continued to claim that Spears is the person who's actually in control of it. Although, you know, a lot of people are questioning that is even true. And friends, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, make sure to take care of yourself, drink some water, and be kind to others. It's important and it's good for you. Alright, bye.